Hi there, this is me, Agyun Gusaindavam, and I'm here to present you my new deck. It's about transforming your career from analyst role to DPO, data product owner. And the main platform that we'll be focusing today would be around Microsoft Fabric. So here would be the table of contents. At first, we will discuss about the evolution of the analyst role, then about the challenges, also about what the role as data product owner being defined, and of course about the MS Fabric, Microsoft Fabric, how can we utilize for the data product owners, and of course the conclusion. So basically, this presentation will be around how to evolve the role using Microsoft Fabric and how the modern analyst can be successful by utilizing Microsoft Fabric in this AI-powered era. So let's see a little bit of what the Microsoft Fabric is. So it's a unique platform. It's a SaaS platform, of course, which includes the parts, integrated parts as Power BI, Azure Synapse, Azure Data Factory, and Data Lakes. So this is one ecosystem that also has a further component as one lake house architecture, and integration of the analytics part. Further, we will discuss a little bit in depth. So when we're talking about the data landscape, we know that all the enterprises nowadays and the larger corporation, they're expecting from analysts everything beyond the reports. It's a lot of data, it's a lot of terabytes of data, but they also need the snapshots. They just do not need the snapshots of yesterday, but they also need the current state. They want to get the updates maybe every minute. And of course, the demand would be in unified system, in having the single platform that will give you fast decisions, more accurate. And that's where we feel there is a new role emerging as data product owner, because DPOs will be a unique role that integrates part of engineering, analytics, and also business strategy. So why do analyst roles evolve and how do they evolve? So we know that analyst role are about the data extraction, about building the reports, dashboards, but how you become a data product owner. Of course, it's when you integrate too many tasks into yourself. And there's a way how to deal, how to reach that point. It's once from the analyst, you're becoming a data product thinker. It's also about the decision making process. It's about more precise visualizations and getting like more into the business context. And from right there, you already are able to become the DPO, data product owner, which is bridging different stakeholders, delivering product value, and being part of this entire product life cycle. So we can say here that modern data analysts are not just data extractor, it's much more. So here I also give you the explanation of how we compare data product owners to traditional analysts. What are the benefits and advantages? So we know that there's a big shift. And when we're talking about the DPOs, data product owners, we also can say that it's a huge responsibility, of course. And it's a responsibility when you're taking the ownership of the entire data life cycle. If before traditional analysts were about data collection, data cleaning, modeling, transformation, as well as building the dashboards and report cleaning, creating, utilizing various BI tools, right? So now DPOs, by using Fabric, Microsoft Fabric, they will be designing already data pipelines, managing those data pipelines. It's an integration of different roles into one. The same is like you're gonna own the lake house, and you will be dealing with the lake house architecture, different types of structured and unstructured data. So your responsibility will also be building scalable AI powered models, as well as in the end of the day, to drive this data driven decisions, right? When you're already focused on data product strategy and you're having totally different targets to be achieved. So how can we define the DPOs then in this case? It's several stages, and you need to pass those stages in order to become DPOs, and you can definitely be defined as a great DPO. First, of course, since you're dealing with a product, it's going to be about having the roadmap and having that bright vision, right? It's about your directions, having the success metrics, how you design your strategy to align with the business goals. The second, of course, would be about developing product management skills. It's how you're having those tech skills, hard skills, but you're also able to combine with agile methodologies with your soft skills and be able to correctly communicate with your cross functional teams, both domestic and international level. The third would be how efficiently you can bridge the technical and business needs, right? So it's not only dealing with all the data world, building this connection with scientists, researchers, engineers, stakeholders, but also how you transition that cooperation to bring that insightful and impactful solutions. Fourth would be the leveraging Fabric's integrated environment. As we already stated, it's going to be like a very unique, united workspace where all the team members at different roles would be only benefiting from that environment. And finally, the fifth one is the ability to measure the impact, and it should be the continuous measurement. Again, having your own success metrics, defining the KPI, and how the data products would be mostly based on stakeholders' feedback, their expectation, and to drive those necessary business outcomes. So here we come into the concept of one lake. It's a single source of cooperation and collaboration in the organization between various teams, right? So how that structure happens to function so well nowadays. So from that small image, you would probably already understand that having the fabric, it allows you to have this harmonious, united one ecosystem, as we said. It's also about the centralized system, right? If before we didn't have fabric and everything was so disintegrated, decentralized, there was a lot of duplication in data, a lot of errors, super great challenges that nobody was able to handle. There were no absolute integrations between the teams, their roles, and enabling fabric and having that one lake, it makes it makes the teams jump on a more harmonious work atmosphere, let's say, right, where everybody is feels more centralized. There's specific governance when the teams are able to collaborate. Doesn't depend which role you're having or which structure you're having, right? You are able to seamlessly share between each other. So there is like a unique way of collaboration. So there is a logic, right? There's a logic behind it that everyone has the right access to that ecosystem. Everybody is expected to share the data, to share their task without any duplication, without any errors. And of course, having the security, that governance, data governance, which allows you to have this compliance, consistent compliance, and to track this, data in order to get to data quality and efficient collaboration. So, what are the challenges and responsibilities nowadays? So, analysts are not only the manual data extractors, we are not expecting them to work only on Excel, SQL, and the BIs, right? It's not only about the static reporting and usually utilizing the toolset that's being offered by your firm, by your management. It's not only about this limited constraint, that that you can positively impact the businesses. So it's much more. So these are the main challenges and their main constraints, but the analysts are having the responsibility to overcome those challenges in order to kind of jump on to another level and become more proficient in their job tasks. So if we given you some example, for instance, to track the sales performance, we would see that how that transition happens from report to data product or DPO owner role. So once you're having the static reports, you're having those, let's say that raw data and pre-generated documents. Once you have the ability to transition your tasks through Microsoft Fabric, it allows you to migrate and to integrate all the data sources by using this platform, and finally deliver real-time insights. And that's the main point, and that's the main condition of having the responsibility of DPOs. So if before, again, we were doing like SQL, and the Excel, and it was like super time consuming, dealing with the static reports. So during this Fabric transformation, we're having that opportunity to build a new product, the real time pipelines, the interactive Power BI dashboard if you're using the Power BI, which is very, very recommended since you're in the Microsoft product. And that's how you become the data product owner, right? You're already possessing that mindset, and once that mindset is achieved, you feel that huge difference, that you're becoming 70 or 80% more efficient. You're able to produce that reporting much faster, and there's like already you're shifting to automation, and analysts are being promoted to product ownership. So that's the main thing, right? It's about improvised data decision processes, improvisation and speed, how fast everything becomes, and how efficiently you're starting build that stakeholder relationship, and how effectively you're able to satisfy stakeholders requirements and their expectations. So everything is becoming like more centric and more iterative product design. And the last thing, but not the least, so we're having that opportunity in MS Fabric and Microsoft Fabric, this to have these key features. We already discussed this unified data lake, right, which is like scalable repository for all the company enterprise data, which is very open and centralized, and all the analytics people are having access without any dependency. Having the ability of data flows, build the pipelines. It allows having those reusable preparation steps and orchestration, data orchestration that happens, of course, independently. Power BI integration is an amazing integration that's enables again dynamic reporting and bringing endless ongoing value in all the processes that you're doing. And of course, about the modeling capabilities, it's very important to mention that without modeling, data modeling, is not possible to do any reporting. So having that defined relationship, having those DAX measures and high performance analytics, it allows you to reach your goals, to reach the business expectation, and to move on to that decision making process that's being expected in corporations. So I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much. It was my brief presentation and recommendations on how to become a successful DPO for all the transitioners from analytics role to DPOs. I wish you good luck, and I hope I will see you in my future videos. Do you have questions? Reach me out over the LinkedIn or leave the comments in YouTube. I'm more than happy to respond and be in touch with you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, you all. Bye bye.